This time I'm gonna try not to touch nothing. I always start the episode off by just touching on shit. I don't know why. It's your boy A9, and we're back with another episode of the A9 Cast, episode 66. Last week we moved. I'm in a whole new location. We wound up moving, so getting everything set up and all stuff like that. Might be in different spots. I'm gonna be trying different spots, until I figure out what's a good space to, start recording my shit or whatever like that. But we back. Another episode of A9 Cats. Today, we're continuing our theme. I'm gonna make a separate playlist of the A9 Cast that strictly says hyper individualism. So every single episode, because every episode that I've had over the past 3-4 episodes have all been connected to the one theme. It's all just showed because the first video was how hyper individualism has ruined everything. And week after week, every single subject that I've been talking about is another example of things that hyper individualism, the me mentality, that if it's not in my world, if it's not in my view, if it's not in my algorithm, then it's not as important as you say it is. You know what I'm saying? And today, that exact scenario, that exact idea, that exact reality, we're going to break down philosophically. And this is talking about Plato's allegory of the cave. You understand what I'm saying? Plato was right. You know what I'm saying? That's the title. Plato was right. And what we're going to talk about is how the allegory of the cave is hyper individualism. How not only are we now living in a world where we all are in caves, we're all in our own individual caves now. The algorithm has created a cave for each and every person to be in to get their shadows. But let me break down the allegory of the cave for you. So it's the allegory of the cave is people are chained inside of a cave. It's a group of people. A group of people are all chained inside of a cave, and they're forced to face the wall at all times. So them being trapped in a cave facing the wall, the only thing that they see, the only type of reality, the only vision, only thing that they can experience is the shadows in the cave. There's a fire right behind them that's keeping everything light, but all they see is the movement. They can hear the conversations and see the movement. So their reality, after being stuck in the cave for so long, is those shadows, and only those shadows. You understand what I'm saying? They don't know what sunlight is like, what the trees and all these other things are like. All they know is what's in the cave and what they see in the shadows, because their minds have been just manipulated into a point where that is their reality now. That is their entertainment. That is their form of anything social, is just looking at these caves, looking at these shadows. You understand what I'm saying? But there's one person that finally escapes the cave. They break free of the chains and they escape the cave. They go outside and they get blinded by the light. They get blinded by what they see, the sunlight, the trees, everything. They just can't believe what they see. They spend time, they absorb, and they take in everything that they see outside that cave and realize, oh, this is the world that we've been missing out on the whole time. They come back to the cave. They come back to the cave and tell those in the shadows, y'all, this ain't it. There's more to life than just what's in these caves. If we escape, if we leave these caves, we can probably, you know what I'm saying? There's a different world out there. A world that, how you doing? I love Rocket League. How you doing? There's a different world outside of these caves that we can experience, that we can live. Those people don't accept that because their reality has been those caves the entire time. Because their reality has been those shadows, they laugh at the dude that escaped. I'm just breaking down the allegory of the cave, the Plato philosophical theory of the allegory of the cave, and tying it all together. They laugh at him. They call him crazy. They say he's stupid. They bully him. They even try to attack him for trying to tell them that their reality is not real reality. You understand what I'm saying? Bible? No, not the Bible. No. It's a philosophical allegory of the allegory of the cave. How you doing, Mr. Everything? How you doing, Perkiz 1121? But yeah, so they attack him. They bully him because what you're saying reality is can't be reality, because this is all we know. You're insane. You went out there and you went crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So let's talk about how that parallels to what's been going on now and what ties into my recent episodes at A9 Cast and the talk about hyper individualism. We all now live in our own caves. The algorithm is the caves. The echo chambers is the caves. When someone tells us, hey, this is what's actually going on. Well, I didn't see that on my Twitter feed. Well, I didn't see that I didn't see it on my Instagram, so it must not be that important. Oh no, I don't believe that shit. That's some bullshit. What I see in my algorithm and what I'm getting told repeatedly by the creators that I like and the creators that I associate myself with is what I want to believe. What you're saying is some bullshit, some lies. I'm skeptical on it. I don't believe it. You sound really nice. Can you sing me something that my dead father used to sing to me? Medium pace by Please do it. It means a lot to me. I didn't mean to laugh. I don't know that song. I don't know that song. I'm not really a singer. I'm a rapper. I'm not a singer. I don't know that song though. That's hilarious. So when someone challenges your worldview, a free prisoner almost, just find lyrics, karaoke. Oh shit. Let's see this. Let's see. Yeah. Ooh. Oh shit. Where you at? I know what you doing. Boy. You better get out of here. You got me fucked up, cuz. Rap Toes by the Baby. No. Do you think you can beat Eminem in a rapping contest? It depends. It depends on what's the criteria of the rapping contest. What you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? But yeah, when someone tells you, like, maybe your algorithm tells you this is what the world is like, this is what the world is, this is what's going on, and when other people tell you, hey, that's not reality, like, go outside, speak to people, communicate with people, just look at opposite views. You have to kind of look at both sides and think objectively. People don't think objectively no more. They only think in the view of what they see and what they see, what they hear, and then they base their perspectives on that. That's the hyper individualism. That is, okay, this is all I know. This has to be it because this is what they're telling me is it. Not realizing our algorithms is only going to cater to what we're going to interact with the most. You understand what I'm saying? So we all in our own individual caves. We're all living in caves, and the shadows, our shadows, is the stuff we see on TikTok, the stuff we see on our Twitter feed, the stuff we see on Instagram. That is our shadows. That is our reality. Anything outside of that, I don't care what you saw. This is what I saw. So this is the perspective that I'm only accepting because they lying to you. They can't be lying to me. This just doesn't make any sense. You understand what I'm saying? We used to have a shared culture as a people, as American, as people in general, as humans in general, where we can just have conversations and have dialogue to really understand and get to know other people's stories or whatever like that. But we've kind of, all these platforms that have allowed us to kind of have these discussions have all been drowned out to be like, okay, I'm going to cater to these people. I'm going to say this take. I'm going to... What? What are you saying? Raiha Jackson's mother? I don't know. I didn't know his mom was dead. I thought his mom was still alive. From what I know, I don't know. What was I saying? I forgot what the fuck I was saying. But we used to have a shared culture where we can have these dialogues. Even early internet, there was forums or whatever like that where people was having real actual discourse about whatever it is that they're interested in, can learn new things and pick up new things. Now we live in a world where people refuse to learn anything new. They feel like all the information I need is on my Instagram feed, and if I don't see that information, if I don't see that subject matter, if I don't see this and that, it must not be that important if it didn't reach me, which once again is a little bit of narcissism and a little bit of hyper individualism, because why is it only important if you deem it's important, but it's not important when other people are going through it or when other people feel it's important? You understand what I'm saying? Hold on, one second. You know, that just what it is. We replaced the wall of shadows with the algorithm. So we're standing looking at the wall, just looking at the algorithm. That's like, this is reality, this is reality. And if somebody comes and tell you, hey, you know, that's not really reality. That's not really reality. They'll be like, oh, man, you fucking stupid, man. Woke BS. All these little buzzwords that people like to say to dismiss somebody actually being a little bit more educated, actually caring a little bit more about certain things than you do. You know what I'm saying? And that goes into apathy and all stuff like that, which we'll talk about on another episode. But right now we're gonna focus on this. But I have like at least 2 episodes planned out after this one in the next coming weeks that all still based around hyper individualism and the effects that it's having on us as a people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, my biggest example is the chat. How often people come into the chat to misdirect the conversation or to throw insults towards somebody that's just trying to give information, just trying to educate people, just trying to talk to people, create dialogue, give you a different perspective, a different thought on the world that we're living in. And people will come in there and say offensive terms or want to talk and do other things that puts the attention more on them than it is on the thing that's actually important. And what's actually important is we as a people coming together, having these conversations, understanding each other, and realizing that we're all being tricked, we're all being played with, we're all being turned against each other for the benefit of the billionaires and trillionaires. But people don't want to, you know what I'm saying? People don't want to have that discussion because they would much rather, oh, well, who cares? It doesn't have anything to do. It does have something to do with you. The problems you have in your life is probably because of what I'm talking about, but you don't acknowledge that because I just ignore it. I don't want to think that deep. Emailing me back on. No, I don't have Grindr, bro. I think people would rather abuse that kind of knowledge than actually learn about it. That's the thing is you have to. What do you mean abuse that kind of knowledge? Show us what you stole today, huh? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I didn't steal anything but a lady's heart. You know what I'm saying? You dig. Would rather abuse that kind of knowledge than actually learn about it. Yeah. If you mean abuse as in people will want to tear that down and attack actually learning something or actually trying to learn something, then yeah, people do it all the time. If you try and teach someone something, or especially nowadays, we live in this it ain't that deep culture, especially in hip hop. We live in this it ain't that deep culture. If you want to actually talk to people about things that's actually bothering people, because like I said, hyper-individualism, if it don't affect them, because it don't affect me, it ain't that deep. It is that deep. It is that deep. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to apathy and all stuff like that, but it is that deep. But if it's not that deep to you, it's okay. But if you get snatched up out your home, thrown in jail for no apparent reason, attacked, abused, yelled at, cursed, whatever, it's probably because of some shit that somebody told you that you decided to ignore until it affected you personally. Like, that's some bullshit. But anyway, they don't want out the cave. They want it to be decorated. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to leave the algorithm. They just want the algorithm to just look better. They want the algorithm to just look more fashionable, more. It's vanity. It's all about vanity. It's all about shallowness. It's all about these things that don't really matter. You understand what I'm saying? Most people ain't trying to escape the falsehood. They just want their illusion to be more entertaining. Make me laugh. I don't give a fuck who dying. I don't give a fuck if my paycheck is going to get smaller and smaller because they taking more and more taxes from me, even though I'm broke as hell. I don't care about that. It don't affect me, even though it do affect you, but you don't realize it's affecting you. You understand what I'm saying? They're not asking for the truth. They're asking for vibes. They're asking for content that just reinforces what they already believe. People don't want to learn nothing new. They don't want to become a better person. They don't want to become smarter. They just want to believe. They just want to be comfortable with being comfortable, even though you're not comfortable. You don't know you're not comfortable because you're so used to being uncomfortable that learning something that's going to make your life better, make you understand the world better, make you move better, and potentially bring better results to your life makes you uncomfortable because now you're telling me that what I believe is wrong, what I know is wrong, and I don't want to be wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Hyper-individualism makes truth a threat, along with the cave allegory. Hyper-individualism, the cave allegory, it all makes the truth a threat. If you threaten my reality, then I have to attack you. I have to go at you. And like I said, we live in this, it ain't that deep. Anti-intellectualism, woke media, DEI, all these buzzwords for we don't want to know new shit. We don't want to be held accountable for shit. We just want to live in a world where everything benefits us and we don't hear about nobody else. Things were better back then. Yeah, things were better when certain people didn't have the platform to actually speak about the things that's been going on the entire fucking time. People ain't just get softer, they just got voices, but people don't like that. People don't like that people have voices. People don't like that the people that lived outside the cave are saying, hey, y'all are in the cave. They don't like the people that know it's a cave telling them, hey, you're in a cave. Hey, that cave you're in, there's a world bigger than that. There's things that are more important outside of that cave. Come on. No, I don't want to. This is all I know. This is all I will ever be is this cave. This thing makes me feel better. This is what I'm used to. This is what I'm comfortable with. And you telling me to leave it? No, that's a threat to who I am as a person. That's a threat to my identity, even though you don't know your identity. That's the thing. People don't take the time to learn who they really are because they're so trapped in the cave that they base their entire personality, their entire identity off of their fucking algorithm, off of what they see on Twitter. And that is what the algorithm rewards. Hey, we know this is going to piss you off. So we're going to make sure anytime you get on our platforms that this is what you see, so you can engage, so you can bring more ad dollars to us, so we can get richer and richer while you get madder and madder and crazier and more apathetic and more apathetic. You understand what I'm saying? And we're going to tie this back to music. Hip hop used to be the flashlight. Hip hop at one point used to tell you you're in a cave. There's a lot of shit that's going on that you don't even know about. And we need to fix it before it gets too bad. That's what it used to be. Now, hey, stay in that shadow. Dance. Let's vibe in the let's vibe in the cave. You know what I'm saying? Let's get lit in the cave. You know what I'm saying? Like now, that's what it's becoming. And anybody who does try and tell you, hey, you're in a cave. Hey, you're trapped. Oh, get that out of here. That slave music. That Harriet Tubman music. All these words that are just riddled in red pill and anti-blackness. That's what this shit has become, because we've allowed the creators of the shadows to now hold the culture hostage. We've allowed it now. The creators of the shadow to hold the culture hostage. Now we have music is in caves now. Music is in caves now. There's so many different subgenres and so many different, which nothing's wrong with that. I love music. The fact that there is so much different types of music to exist, enough music for everybody, is a great thing. But the thing is, when we want to have music discourse, there's people who aren't in the caves yelling to other caves saying, hey, that's some bullshit over there. Fuck that shit that you listen to over there. That's some bullshit. Are you serious? Are you serious? But the person in the cave don't even know a lick of thing about music. But they want to tell you the music you like is bullshit. They want to tell you, oh, the mix is bad. Have you ever mixed a song before? You know what a good I can't even talk what a good mix is? You don't. That's just a buzzword. Somehow the casual fan think they know what a good mix is. So now oh, you should fix the mix. You fix the mix. So tell me. You know how many times I just say, hey, tell me what I need to fix in the mix. Oh no, I just think it need to be fixed. Okay, all right, yeah, shut up. The culture used to be the light. Now it's just become a part of the shadow. Now it's just become the fire that puts the shadows on the wall for you. Nothing's going on. There's nothing outside the world that's happening. Let's all get lit. Well, fuck a rap battle. Let's get the party lit. Meanwhile, you trying to tear down hip hop using rap lyrics in court because you mad that you lost a rap battle, another rap battle, and the person got more and more successful off of it. You couldn't silence him because he's almost just as popular, just as powerful as you, and makes and actually has his foot in the culture, makes deep, nuanced, thought-provoking music that lasts a lot longer than some shallow bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? But no, well, let me just keep putting up let me keep putting the fire up, and y'all keep looking at the shadows. Oh man, they betrayed me. They did me dirty, not realizing that I did them dirty first, and they just responded to how I treated them. But now don't pay attention to that. Like some bullshit, bro. It's all. I got just episodes. I got some episodes, bro. But are we trying to see the world? Are we trying to? Because the thing is, there's this what they call it, passport bro thing, where people want to travel more. People want to explore the world more. But do you really? Do you really want to escape the cave? Or do you want to just contribute to the cave that already exists? When these people are taking these flights, when these people are taking these trips, they're not doing it to explore the world and see better things. They're doing it to have something to post on Instagram. So do you want to really see the world? Or are you just trying to be seen? Are you just trying to be in locations just to say you were there? But you don't really care about what's really going on in these places that you're going to. You don't want to escape the cave. You're just bringing the cave with you. You're not going to Miami because you want to enjoy Miami. You're going to Miami because you want to say you've been to Miami. You're going to Los Angeles just to say you've been to Los Angeles. You're going to Colorado just to say you've been to Colorado. Do you know what's really going on there? Are you really trying to stand on something? Do you know the reality outside of the cave that you're living in? The cave that you're living in, that you are bringing with you. These phones, these tablets, the algorithm, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. These are caves that we carry in our pockets. And whenever we're outside the cave a little too long, and I'm a victim of it too, but you got to be aware. You know what I'm saying? When we're out, where we're in real life, in reality, when we're outside the cave too long, you know what happens? The sun blinds us and we run straight to our cave. As soon as we get a look outside, nah, I'm staying here. That's what we doing. Every time we go outside and decide, let me take my phone out. Guess what you're doing? You running back into that cave. You don't want to see what the world really is. The world is it's a crazy place, but it's a complex place. It's not as simple as what these algorithms trying to tell you. It's not as simple as the media tries to tell you. Oh, this is what it is, and this is how it is, and that's exactly what it is. No. These people ain't going to places where real people are going through real things and having conversation with them. They're going to people that are going to get the clicks, that are going to get the headlines, that are going to, like, it's picking and choosing. So you, yourself, need to step outside that cave sometime. See the world. Get blinded by that light a little bit, but let it settle in. Let it settle in. But that's it for me. I'm out. I'll be back next Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday. Just dropped a new EP. I dropped it 2 weeks ago on my store, kxnganonmusic.shop. Link will be in the description below. But it's also available on streaming platforms. Poetry Known, the EP. I've been getting some good thoughts about it. Production. You know how I get down. So people been saying, it's good. I've been talking that shit, rapping. It's a vibe. All that. Go check out the project. Only 6 songs, a 15-minute listen. Let me know what songs you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Child of Man. That's one of my favorite ones. I just like the sound and the feel of it. The way I just come in and come out on there. The Regime, top tier lyricism. This is just some great stuff on there. It's just a mix of so many different things. Shout out to Nola Boy, you know what I'm saying, for doing majority of the production, and then of course me, I'm doing the mixing and the mastering on it like I always do. But Poetry Known, the EP out now on kxnganonmusic.shop and on streaming platforms. Both links will be down below. I'm actually working on a lyric book, a book that has the lyrics plus breakdowns, backstories, and all that will be available on my store in maybe a month or two, whatever like that. I'm currently still writing the book, but it'll be a lyric book, because this shit that we going for the people that really care about the shit that we working on. You know what I'm saying? We not just going for put my song on a playlist so anybody can. No, we going for people that actually care about the art and care about the craft of the shit that we do. You know what I'm saying? So that lyric book is going to be available in a few weeks. And, that'll be for people that, came up in a time where, oh, you got the new album, I'm going to read the lyrics while I'm listening to it. Oh, I just want to know the breakdown. I want to know the backstory. I'm interested in what really went into this project. You understand what I'm saying? But that's it for me. I'm out. Shout out to everybody that stopped in here. Shout out to the people that come in here, say some weird shit and disappear. I always get rid of you because we don't need that type of energy in the world. You understand what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody that stopped in. That's it for me. I'm out. Too sweet.